Welcome back to the party, friends. Matt with Eddie's Guitars coming to you as always from St. Louis, Missouri. And I have got a magnificent guitar for you folks to check out today. This comes from Dana Bourgeois up in Maine. This is a very decked out dreadnought guitar. To be exact, it is a large Soundhole H-tone Brazilian rosewood D-41 guitar. Beautiful piece here. This might look a little familiar to some of you folks. You may recall that earlier in the year 2016, we had a guitar very similar to this. In fact, it was a showcase guitar for the 2016 Winter NAMM show earlier in the year. It was a very impressive dreadnought guitar, and it of course has since sold. But I knew that I wanted to do another guitar very similar to it, and with this particular guitar, I actually had the opportunity to hand select some of the woods that went into this build when I was up in Maine earlier this summer. This guitar came out absolutely magnificently well, sounds wonderful, and looks outstanding. You can see that the top that we started with here is a rather tight-grained H-tone Adirondack spruce top. It's got Dana's kind of signature golden torrefied glow to it, and just a wonderful looking top all the way across. Very consistent tight grain. And of course, in 41 style, you can see that very colorful abalone top border going all the way around the top of the guitar. And right around the large sound hole, you can also see that colorful abalone just right on the edge of that sound hole. Very, very cool detail there. The body, the neck, and the headstock are all bound in a very dramatic, kind of dark and rich cocobolo binding. And that cocobolo binding looks just outstanding. Sort of a nice contrast right next to that pearl top border, but it's a very appropriate match for the Brazilian rosewood on the back of this guitar, so very tasteful all the way around there. Like I said, the back and sides of this guitar are master grade Brazilian rosewood that I had the opportunity to select out of Dana's wood room, and we were looking at a lot of great sets of Brazilian while I was up there, and of course listening to them as well. And upon Dana tapping on this back set, he said this Brazilian has to go on a killer, very powerful dreadnought guitar. And I knew that the specs that we had for this guitar would be the perfect platform for this particular set of Brazilian rosewood. I'm glad that he suggested it because it turned out every bit as good as he said that it would. We're really happy to have it here and really happy that he suggested it as well. We've got a 1 23/32 nut width down here and a 2.2 spacing down here on the bridge. You can see all the way up on the headstock is a Brazilian rosewood veneer with the floral inlay going right up the headstock, and of course the mother of pearl Bourgeois logo all the way up top there. You can see the gold Waverly tuning machines, and it has the snakewood buttons on there, and that snakewood looks just wonderful next to the Brazilian rosewood as well as the cocobolo binding there, very tastefully matched. Have an ebony fingerboard and an ebony bridge here, and it's got the floral inlay pattern going down the fingerboard, and we even have snowflakes down here on the wings of the bridge as well. So really a lot of very intricate and beautiful inlay work on this guitar. Underneath the H-tone Adirondack top, these are H-tone Adirondack braces. And one of the things that's a little unique about this is it's what Dana refers to as the double scalloped pattern. Basically meaning that the bass side has also been scalloped, where typically on Dana's dreadnought guitars he leaves the bass side unscalloped while he does scallop the treble side. So this has a little bit more of a loose and kind of jamming bottom end to it, which I really like out of his dreads. It has been constructed with hot hide glue on all the braces internally here. So again, a guitar that really has enormous potential as it ages and that hide glue really hardens and settles. Will be a monster of a guitar down the road, and I'll tell you, it's got a heck of a head start right now. The thing sounds great. Most of you folks know I'm primarily kind of a fingerstyle player. We're actually going to take a listen to my good buddy Dustin play this guitar. Great flat picker, really kind of show the potential of what a guitar like this can do. So let's go take a listen to him now.